Good morning. On behalf of Federation of India's Community Associations, FICA, and especially on behalf of Asian Indian American Physicians of Northeast Ohio, APNO, it gives me great pleasure to congratulate the recent and the newest inductee into the Cleveland International Hall of Fame, Mr. Ramesh Shah. Mahatma Gandhi said, in order to find yourself, lose in the service of others. And Ramesh Bhai has done exactly that by taking medical service to remote parts of India where the health infrastructure didn't exist. An effort he called medical yatra or medical pilgrimage is a signal contribution to both Indian and American diaspora's reputation and the great work he has done. I want to also mention that Ramesh Bhai is unique in that he is part of the very first husband-wife team to be inducted into the International Hall of Fame. So Ramesh Bhai and Jayaben both are inductees and we are extremely proud of that. So Ramesh Bhai, felicitations on behalf of FICA, APNO and the entire Indian community, and it gives me great pleasure to give you this award. This award that commemorates your induction into the Cleveland International Hall of Fame. Thank you.
Congratulations, Ramesh. You and I have been here for a long time, and on top of that, you and I were both working in Wycliffe many years and we didn't meet. It was only after that that we got involved in the community activity
that
we got connected. And of course, what is very prominent in India and Indian culture is the word seva. And that is something that Ramesh and Jaya have done worldwide in taking care of the health of people that maybe are not in a position to afford to pay for their health care. And it is so nice that we have taken the time to recognize you and your better half on this occasion. I can only say this is the only city in my research that has something like the cultural gardens, which represent a worldwide community and their efforts in making Cleveland great. There is no other place in the United States that I know of that can match the Cleveland Cultural Garden. So keep up the good work. This is the only place in my research that has Mahatma Gandhi statue in the Cultural Gardens on a Martin Luther King drive. Martin Luther King was so impressed by Mahatma Gandhi that he went out of his way to make sure and start something in the United States. So here you are, sir, a recognition to be finished.
Sure.
welcome to the group, the Indian Garden, and those recognized for their seva in making sure that you make a big difference in the world. And I know you and Jaya do, because you have traveled all over to make sure that people who are unable to afford health issues, that they are there with your presence and health exam to make a difference. Thank you.
My husband, he's a unique person. I, being a doctor, I decided that I want to do medical work wherever is needed. And first trip was in Mexico with some other group, and I said, I'm going to go. He says, I'm coming. I said, but what are you going to do? I'm going to do the medical work. No, I'm coming. So he came with us. I was the only doctor in the group, so I do the medical work, and he was working with the other people, bathing the poor Mexican kids, cutting their hair, putting them in the fresh clothes and all. And that's how we started. And from then on, we have gone to so many different countries. Wherever I went, he came, like Ecuador, Uganda, Kenya, Haiti, Honduras. And then we started our own medical yatra with APNO, Association of Indian Physicians of Northern Ohio, when we had the tsunami. And that time we started our own, and he was the executive director for the medical yatra of APNO. And we have done about 20 trips to India. Every year we go. And that was the main thing we did together. But he has done so much other voluntary work, like he's teaching with junior achievement at several schools, and working with YOU, and what else? And so many, like working in the soup kitchens, distributing food to the poor people, stuff like that. But he's all the life, he just wants to do things for the people.
Dad, we're very proud of you for receiving this award, recognizing your years of service both in Cleveland as well as across the world. You've been a model for serving others, whether that's our community here in Cleveland, both the Indian community as well as the broader community, as well as serving both the Indian diaspora worldwide as well as many others. And I've admired how you've approached all of your tasks with initiative, with entrepreneurship, and most importantly, positive enthusiasm that encourages others to participate with you. So congratulations on this well-deserved honor.
My dear friends of global community of Greater Cleveland, thank you kindly to make me an instrument of accepting this prestigious award and honor. But I truly believe from deepest corner of my heart, there are so many individuals and organizations contributed to make this honor possible. It's very difficult, if not impossible, to name all of them, but let me share a few of them with you. These are my life lessons. At tender age of 7, I lost both of my parents, father and then mother. My life was completely dark, full of anxieties and fear, no clue for next day, next month, or future. Two of my older brothers, Kanti and Gulab, with their newly married wives, lifted me up, cuddled me, loved me unconditionally, and put me through school and college education. I am deeply grateful to them to see this event happening today. That was my first lesson of life. Life's strongest foundation is love, family values, and sacrifices. On August 21, 1966, somebody else entered my life, Dr. Jaya Shah as my wife, putting more fertilizers and water to strengthen the family foundation. My son Baiju and my daughter Bella with my grandkids, they are other building blocks. I'm extremely grateful for their love and care to shape my life. Number 2, I'm born in a small village of Bardoli near city of Surat. My dream in my school days was to visit Surat city 20 miles from my hometown to see the movies in the theater and experience joy of city life. I experienced that at the age of 17 when I took exam of the 12th grade. Then I went to Mumbai for Engineering College of Education. During the last year of engineering, 1954, I got a bug that I wanted to go to United States for higher education. I want to go to United States for higher education. That was my dream to come to United States. But my brothers told me, we don't have money. I cannot buy you tickets to go to United States. Forget about the expenses of lodging and boarding. By God's grace, one of the trusts from Mumbai gave me a loan to buy my ticket to come to United States to make my dream come true. I learned second lesson of my life. Dream big, dream more. Work hard your plans and angel is waiting for you somewhere. United States education of Masters in EE and MBA provided me an enormous opportunity to improve our standard of living and provide Ivy League education to my son and my daughter. I'm extremely grateful to Divine to make my dreams come true. Number 3, in 1991, my wife decided to start selling our talents, skill and fortune of good luck with underserved persons around the world. Norman Bittler, president of Buses International from Lorain, Ohio, invited us to join with their humanitarian mission in Loreto, Mexico. Jaya, being a physician, provided free examination and medicine to hundreds of poor Mexican children. But I do not have any medical skill. Now what do I do? Ramesh, a lot of children are dirty, as you can see. They do not have running water here. Can you give them a bath? Yes, I will do that. No. Then what? Well, here is a pair of scissors. Cut their hair and make them $1 million kids. No, I will do that. In voluntary work or seva work, adaptability and humility are very valuable traits. In Hindu culture, we call it a seva. Just do God's work without asking any question, without expecting any rewards. I learned the third lesson. Life is an opportunity, benefit from it. Give more, give. That's the message of Seva. Number 4, in 2009, my wife Jaya and I were invited to a Cleveland Rotary meeting at Windows on the River. Michael Jones, past international vice president of the Rotary, was the speaker, and Mike shared with the audience his experience working in Nigeria, country highly underdeveloped in medicine and human health. Rotary International has been giving a great amount of financial help through Rotary projects to uplift the poor population of Nigeria. After the meeting, I asked Mike, can I do so for India if I join Rotary? Mike and Jerry, president, both of them said yes. I signed up to become a Rotary member. In last 10 years, Rotary International and number of Rotary clubs in India and USA and Association of Indian Physicians have helped me to invest more than $1.2 million in sustainable projects. We have done free surgeries, we have provided mobile van clinics, we have done the dialysis centers, we have done operation theater, we have water treatment plants. Rotary has helped me to help hundreds of poor villagers, free surgery, free cancer treatment, free cataract surgery. That $1,000 of membership of Rotary paid off enormously in benefits to my countrymen. I learned the lesson number 4. Life is continually learning and growing, learning and growing. With my wife, I had a good fortune to visit Mexico, Honduras, Haiti, Dominican Republic, Uganda, Kenya, Ecuador, Guyana, and India for medical mission. With adaptability and humility, I have enjoyed every one of them. Spiritually, I feel more connected to all of those souls of different culture, different races, different colors. In Hindu culture, we call it Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The whole world is a family. I learned the 5th light of compassion, caring, and loving to everybody. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. I returned to India in 1965 for good to dedicate my talents and energy to India's benefit. I invested 100% of my life savings in the enterprise in 1966 in India. But a couple of sharks cheated me and manipulated to fire me from that enterprise. And then I had to fight back legally in Indian court, which took 10 years. In the meantime, my bank account was bottomed out. I was literally on the street. Now I have to rebuild. I was bleeding inside. I was angry. I could not sleep. I could not forget what those shark people did it to me. How much destruction they did it to Jaya and me. We were wiped out. I returned back to United States in 1969 after 4 years in India to rebuild my life here. From 1979 to 1990, I hated India. I cursed India because of my open wounds. I was hemorrhaging inside. I do not want to go back to India. All people in India are corrupt and sharks, I thought. Then I met a spiritual leader, master, who spent a lot of time counseling me. He said, Ramesh, what happened to you in 66, 67 was not fair, was not good. Yes, I agree with you. But those were only 5, 10 people who harmed you. What about the rest of the millions of people who loved you? They provide you college education, who help you to be here. Can you forget their obligation? You must go back to your country, touch that sacred soil again, and get the fresh nourishment. Since 2001, I have been going to India every year for the last 20 years to get first fresh perspective from my motherland, India. I love my country and all the good things happen to me through medical missions. And even today's event is because I healed myself from those wounds. I thank gratefully to those 10 persons who made me come back to United States to restart and help me to make a humongous contribution to Rotary to my motherland India. I forgave them forever. Lesson number 6, I learned life is a mystery. Life is too precious. Do not destroy it. If it is a lemon, make a lemonade out of it. Forgiveness can heal a lot of wounds. Let me share with you loudly with more emphasis. This award belongs to all Rotary clubs and Rotary International and Association of Indian Physicians of Northern Ohio. All physicians and volunteers who have supported Jaya's and my effort on medical mission. All networking partners in India and the United States and all institutions who educated me, my friends and my family. I'm very happy to accept this award on their behalf, very, very grateful.